Hello and welcome to the last round of Romania League for RLH. We are here at Brazil with the championship decided. Still hopefully exciting race ahead. Actually, the championship leader himself is not participating on the last race. So we have qualifying underway. Everyone seems to be out on softs except for Sir Alex. Let's see who's out. I think Racing Point Fifi seems to be the first car out there. Here we go. Fifi starting his first hot lap. Currently in the standings he's P8. Has a 12-point gap to Raul, who's in P7. Let's see. Actually, it seems like the Mercedes are running right behind each other. Maybe trying to get some tow. Got Raul right behind Jean. A little bit too far back, maybe. There's his teammate. I think Fifi's coming in right about now. Clocks in 109.6. Alex goes P2, just 10th off. More cars coming in. Tan, not a good lap. Must have made a mistake somewhere. Andrew going P3, 110 flat. First of the Mercedes going P1 and Raul topping it just about. Very similar times. Less than half a tenth between the Mercedes. Raul currently on the top. Got yellows in sector 3. Maybe it's Kale, who didn't set a lap, so got another yellows in sector 2. Let's see, Vladicello, who's at the pole last round in Russia, starting his hot lap. Goes a little bit deep. Turn 1. Right on board, Vladicello. Oh, and we got Marius going for P1 now with 109.3. 10th up on the Mercedes. Raul. See what Vladicello can do here. We also have Laura on the hot lap, I think. Just started his hot lap. Oh, Vladicello has invalidated his lap. Must have gone a little bit too wide in the last sector, so he's probably going to be pitting in. Yes, just got to cross there last minute. Got lower, last of the guys on the hot lap, I think. See what Lore can do. Kale has gone out with, as well as Dragos. Lore coming through the last corners. Onto the main straight. And DRS open now. Looks like it's gonna be in the P8 for Lore for now. 1:10.5. So we have Outland, yellow flag sector 2, I think. That was the McLaren. Kale starting his second run now. I think the first run didn't really happen. Hasn't set a time yet. On a second set of softs. Sure. Ooh, right on the edge there. Almost goes out of the white line. We have yellows again. Oh, it's the Renault. Which one is it? It's Dragos, who's just lost it in sector 2 right before Kale. Backs out now. Okay, and Kale, back on Kale. See where he can position himself. We have Fifi also out there, and Raul will be joining them in a moment. Yellow flags again for Dragos. And Calico's P9, 1:11.1. Join quickly Raul, who's on starting his lap, second run now. Be interesting to see if he can improve. He only really needs a 10th. And CRL goes actually P1 with 109 flat, exactly flat. Precision. We got yellow flags against sector 2. Riding on board with Raul, who's also in C4. One of the top runners. Let's see, he's just missed the first sector. I think. Let's see what Fifi has. Fifi's 2/10 down on his time, and he's invalidated. He's probably pitting in. Raul is 2/10 up, so he only needs a little bit more if he's going for P1, but seems like he might be able to get Marius. Wow, now actually half a second up. So this is a potential P1 time actually here. Might be even getting some tow from whoever was pitting in. And it comes out just into 108. 6/10 up. Very good lap. Goes first. I think we have Marius is up 4/10 as well. So he's looking to come very close. If he can pull off another 10th in the last sector, might be able to jump Raul again. Definitely going for P2 though. And 108.8 goes first. Just jumps Raul again. Half a 10th. Very good laps from these guys. We got Gene, who's on his hot lap. The second Mercedes. Actually following his teammate pretty close again, so it seems like the Mercedes might have tried to run back to back each round, but not close enough. I think maybe his teammate will give him tow now. Be interesting to see if he slows down enough. No, the gap is pretty big. I guess they're still competing each other as well, but he's done purple middle sector. DRS open now. Where will he place himself? And he crosses line first. 108.76. It's very close between the top four. Let's see what Valicello. Valicello's in the pits. Andrew not had a good lap. Lore is matched himself, so not looking like he'll be maybe now still not able to match Kale. Kale's in pit. Andrew just had a bad lap. What can the Renault Dragos do? Still hasn't actually set a lap yet. But yeah, very close between the top 5 actually. It's only less than 3 tenths separating the top 5, which is pretty common for Brazil. Here at Sao Paulo, track is small, so everything will be close. So it seems like Renault driver will be able to complete a lap this time. Let's see where he's going to place himself. And we got sector 2 and 3 yellows again. Looks like the racing point there struggling, and Dragos goes splits between Kale and Lower. I think we had one of the racing points struggling, causing yellow flags there. Invalidated the lap, so he's pitting in. We got Raul out there, setting off the round 3 of hot laps. And we have Laricello out, actually starting his hot lap right now, so if he's quick he might be able to get in one more. Let's see, yellow flag sector 2, I think one of the Mercedes overtaking the Dragos, who's in his in-lap. Alright, let's see what Laricello's first sector time. Oh, 3.5 tenths up. That is not bad. Still not looking like a pole lap at this point. The man that was pole on in Russia, I believe. See if he can keep this up. Actually, yeah, if you can gain 3-4 tenths every sector, they might be able to go for the top 5. Let's see why sector 2 will be. He's 6 tenths up, so he's kept up the pace is definitely there for top 5 at this stage. Might just jump ahead of Fifi for sure, but maybe even get in the top 5. And the Haas comes in for, yep, just between Alex and Fifi. 109.3. Maybe he can do one more run. Who else we have? Marius has invalidated his lap already. Raul is matching his time in sector 1. Let's see what he can do in sector 2. Oh, something really weird happening there. What else do we got? Kale in pit, Dragos. So Raul not had a good run, Mario's not had a good run. Laricello coming in. I think Dragos is not really improving. Voice on board with Wojka 28. Red Bull, the only Red Bull running. DRS open. Going through sector 1. Matching his previous time. Seems a bit slow. I think he's slowed down. Yellow flag sector 2. I think there's a Renault in the middle of the track again. Must be Dragos. Yeah, Dragos again. Getting everyone's way a little bit there. Let's see what voice. Wojka 28 doesn't seem to have. Oh, getting slightly there. Don't think he's gonna improve on this lap. We got Dan off track there, losing a bit of front wing. We'll might not have enough time to go out again. Let's see. I think Tan has retired. It's done with this qualifying. Left his McLaren middle of the track there. Raul has pitted in. I think is Marius out. He's actually stayed out, I think, for another hot lap. Trying to finish this lap and is actually a little bit up, so we'll be very close. Coming in just improving 8 thousandths, not really changing his position. We are interesting to see if Raul can go out again. I think we definitely have CRL Alex out, Andre out, CRL Alex out, Floricello going out. So these guys are all trying to get in quick. One more run. I think Raul might be trying to get those tires swapped and go out as soon as possible. Marius is definitely done for this session. Gene is out as well. Gene is actually the first guy of the top 5, I think, to start a lap. This will be interesting to see. Kale is out as well. So is Lauer. So there's a battle between Kale and Dragos Lauer. I think Raul has not gone out actually. I'm afraid. Raul has stayed in. So here we go. Gene, his sector, almost losing a 10th there. Let's see, Andre, a little bit up on his first sector. Larcello still on an outlap. Let's see, Gene currently leading the session. Might be able to improve. Needs to look out for Andre though, who seems to be on a better lap at the moment. Yeah, no, Gene has lost time actually. And what is Andre? We didn't see the sector time for Andre, so I'll be curious to see if Andre is able to improve enough to put himself on the first row maybe. Nope, just misses out first row by less than a half a tenth. And this is it. This is qualifying done for the top 5. Still have Floricello though to look out for. Coming in for his sector 2 time. Just improving tiny bit. Not really enough to even challenge Alex, I believe. Should be finishing in 6th. I think Andre... no, Andre is not. And yeah, Floricello finishes 6th. Kale has finished 9th. Stays P9. I think he was a... Lore goes ahead of Kale. Just 2 tenths up on this final run. Great little final moment. And I think this is it. This is our qualifying pole going to the Mercedes Gene Lalex. And starting first row, P2 Marius. We second row we got Andre in the Haas and the second Mercedes Raul. Third row will be Renault, Alex and the Haas Floricello. And the fourth row will be the Racing Points, Fifi and Andrew. And we got Laura in P9, Kale in P10, Dragos P11 in the Renault, second Renault. Or actually the only Renault. No, the second Renault. And we got Tan and Wojka finishing off the grid. I think only waiting because of Andre pitting in. So that's the qualifying for the final round of Romania League. Great lap from Gene. Very close between the top 5. Actually top 6, just separated by less than a half second. So this is the final qualifying order. No penalties. 13 Romanians lined up for the final round of Romania League. Everyone's starting on softs. I think there's some there's still a championship battle happening between Andre and Marius for P2. Marius is currently leading by 14 points over Andre. So if Andre can get a win, maybe try to get P2 in the championship. And Gene down in P5 in the championship might be able to gain some championship points to push himself more up. And we have I believe we have a rain start, which is not very unlikely for Brazil. The weather can be dramatic here. Looks like the pit lane guys are doing Michael Jackson dance, sliding there with their shoes. Alright, we are off and we're off for a formation lap, leading off with Gene, the pole sitter, followed by Ferrari Marius, who's currently second in the championship, followed by Andre, who's currently third in the championship. So it's a fight between these two for the final championship position for P2, followed by Raul Papa in second Mercedes. And then we got who's already in the racing grid. I guess there's been a Raul and RLH have come together on the formation lap. We got P6 Haas Flercello, P7 Fifi, P8 Andrew, and the other second racing point Lore in the Alfa Romero in P9. Also C5 driver as well as Kale in the Williams. Then we got Dragos in the second Renault. We got Dan in the only McLaren on the grid. And we got Hoika and RGG Mate finishing off the grid in the two Red Bulls. I think RGG Mate didn't participate in the qualifying. Maybe it was too late to join the session. So he'll be starting last. Yeah, he's currently actually out of position. He's ahead of his teammate. Alright. Everyone's lining up already. Starting on the inters. Be interesting if the weather will be drying up and if that will play a role in deciding when to switch tires. So, and RGG Mate just slots in for his last grid spot. We have 2 lights, 3 lights, 4, 5 lights, and lights out and off we go. Who's got the best start? I think Gene leads off pretty clean. We got Racing Point there getting racy. Raul Papa dropping back a little bit. Back we got Lore and Dragos have come together. Seems like no damage for Lore, minor damage for Dragos. Up at the front, Gene still. Ooh, the car's riding wide. Raul Papa trying to avoid traffic there. Very close here. Alex everyone's trying to find their place on the track, on the wet track. Very careful not to outbrake yourself. 2 Haas right behind Alex there. I think Raul has actually gained P3 here. So who's Andre? The driver's dropped back a lot actually on the start. Even behind his teammate Floricello at this point. So the winners here gain each 1 place. Top 2 have not changed any places at this point. Sheen still leading off. She's starting to build a gap, 1.2 seconds already. So seemingly comfortable in the wet conditions at the moment. Followed by Marius. I think at the back we have somebody really slow. Andre has actually retired completely at this point. And Dragos in the last place right now. And we have Lore has some damage actually, so I think that might have been with contact. Kale has gone off the wall for some reason. Was there contact with Lore? Got yellows going on everywhere. Up at the front. Yeah, Kale is going very slow right now. Marius has retired. What is happening in the front? He has gone off here. Second sector. You can see the Ferrari retiring on the side, so I'm not sure what happened there. Kale has DNF'd as well. Cars and Dragos is out of the race, so I'm not sure what's happening. A lot of retirements suddenly. And we got someone on the track, off track. Who is that? That is Roll. Roll has spun out on the last corner. Down to P9 now. Oh, we got collision here on the main straight. RGG mate lost out. Completely lost his front wing. Pitting in. We got virtual safety car. Meanwhile, Blaricello has gained massively to P2. Followed by CRL Alex in Renault. Fifi up to P4. Dan up to P5. And we are back to racing. And Wojka, who started one of the last drivers, is now up to P6. And Raul has dropped down to P7. Has now got back to racing speed. Lars still out there with his damaged wing in P8, and an RGG mate coming out of pits now with a new front wing. And fresh inters. A little bit of a chaos there with the DNFs. Dan has DNF'd. Ooh, on the main straight has completely lost it. His car has completely went in the barriers. So we are now... Raul has... What's happened to Raul? I think virtual safety car again. Raul has retired as well. Not sure what's happening. Seems like there is quite a bit of chaos in this final round of the Romania League. Sheen comfortably in the lead, 3 seconds. Only 7 drivers left after 4 laps. Drive-through penalty for Floricello, that's unfortunate. Being in the 2nd place right now. I think we might be doing, I think there's a discussion of a possible restart for this race. Anyways, right now Gene still leading, already 10 seconds up now since Floricello's done his drive-through. But CRL Alex Coasting, Coast Alex, P2, Fifi, Coast Fifi. I mean, I think this race is getting restarted since everyone's most of the grid is actually off the track right now. I think this will be a red flagged race. Waiting for confirmation though. Lore, P6, also Coast, yeah. So. Seems like this race will be restarted, so we'll have to wait and see how exactly the restart will happen. Let's see who was fastest in this race so far. Gene by 7/10 has set the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Florcello is the only one still going in this lobby. Oh, and she's had another one retire. So it appears we have a new lobby up, so we'll be restarting this race and restarting the stream as well. So